For centuries, humanity has gazed at the sky searching for limits. We thought the sun was massive, we stood in awe of Jupiter's size. But hiding in the dark depths of space was a monster that defies all laws of physics and our very imagination. A star that dwarfs everything we have ever observed. The largest known star in the universe, Stephenson 2-18. This is no ordinary star, it is a cosmic anomaly. If the sun were a grain of sand, this star would be a colossal mountain reaching for the heavens. Its diameter is so vast it is exactly 2,150 times the size of the sun. Standing before it, you wouldn't see a horizon. The only thing visible would be an endless wall of boiling red plasma. Even light itself struggles to navigate around this giant. While a beam of light from our own sun escapes in seconds, it takes hours to travel from one side of Stephenson 2-18 to the other. This is a scale beyond human comprehension. It is a massive furnace burning in the void, a chaotic sphere defying its own gravity. Now buckle up. Because in this video, we won't just meet a star, we will witness how terrifying and yet how mesmerizing the universe can be. Forget every scale you know. Standing before you is the greatest titan modern astronomy has ever discovered. This massive monster isn't just wandering randomly through the sky, it hides in one of the densest, most dusty regions of our galaxy, deep within the Scutum constellation. Seeing it with the naked eye is impossible because the Milky Way's thick clouds of dust and gas kept this giant hidden from us for billions of years. But when modern infrared telescopes finally lifted this cosmic veil, they revealed the terrifying truth glowing in the dark, the universe's greatest secret. Its distance from us is so vast that grasping it is nearly impossible for the human mind, exactly 20,000 light years. The red light we see through our telescopes right now isn't the star as it is today. It is an ancient image that began its journey while humanity was still living in caves, while mammoths roamed the earth. When we look at this star now, we are actually time travelers peering into its past, into the prehistoric eras of the universe. Stephenson 2-18 is not alone in space. It reigns at the heart of a massive star cluster called Stephenson 2, one of the largest stellar families in the universe. This cluster hosts thousands of young, aggressive stars, each hundreds of times larger than the sun. It is like an arena of giants. Yet Stephenson 2-18 stands so imposing even among these titans that all other stars look like mere fading sparks beside it. Scientifically, it is a red supergiant, meaning a swollen star living its final moments, having exhausted its fuel and nearing its death. As the nuclear fuel in its core ran out, it lost its balance and expanded outward so much that its density has become almost as thin as a vacuum. It hangs suspended in the void, ready to explode at any moment, silently waiting for its end like a cold, colossal red balloon. Numbers often fail to describe how truly terrifying reality can be, but let's try. The diameter of this star is so vast that even if you were a photon traveling at the speed of light, circling this giant would be an agonizing journey. While orbiting our own sun at light speed takes a mere 14 seconds, completing a single lap around Stephenson 2-18 would take hours. We are talking about a width so incomprehensible that it tests the very speed limits of the universe. Let's ground this in reality. If you boarded a passenger jet and flew along the surface of this star, the journey would feel endless. Traveling at 900 kilometers per hour, circling the sun takes 6 months. But circling Stephenson 2-18 in the same plane, that trip would take exactly 1,200 years. If you had boarded that plane when the Roman Empire was founded, you would only be landing today. Beyond its width, the true horror lies in its volume. This is not just a wide disk, it is a colossal sphere. If we hollowed out this star and used it like a cosmic vessel, filling it with suns, we could fit exactly 10 billion of our suns inside without leaving a single gap. 10 billion suns. A number far beyond the limits of the human brain to comprehend. Another strange feature of this giant is its temperature. Usually, blue and white stars are scorching hot, but Stephenson 218, despite its massive size, is relatively cool on its surface. But do not be fooled. It is so titanic that despite its lower temperature, it emits 440,000 times more energy than the sun. It is not a fading ember burning in the dark. It is a colossal red lantern scorching everything around it with radiation. This celestial body before us pushes the boundaries of the laws of physics. For a long time, astronomers thought such a star couldn't exist, that theoretically a star could never grow this large. Yet, Stephenson 218 stands there in all its glory and terror, challenging every theory we know. It is the impossible incarnate. Now let's unleash a simulation of terror. What if we took Stephenson 218 and placed it exactly where our sun is? When you woke up in the morning, you wouldn't watch the sunrise from your window because there would be no sunrise. The sky wouldn't be blue. There would be no clouds. The moment you looked up, the only thing you would see is an infinite wall of fire covering the entire dome of the sky, swallowing the world whole before you could even take a breath. In this scenario, there is no escape. Mercury and Venus would vaporize in seconds. But what about Earth? Our safe haven wouldn't just turn to ash the moment it entered this star's atmosphere, because there wouldn't even be time to become ash. Our planet would be so deep inside this giant that we would have to travel millions of kilometers just to reach the surface. We would no longer be a planet orbiting a star, but a microscopic speck of dust inside its belly. The catastrophe doesn't end there. Mars, the asteroid belt, and even the massive Jupiter could not survive this destruction. We know Jupiter is a gas giant, but next to Stephenson 218, Jupiter would be as helpless as a drop of water falling into a vast ocean. This giant protector of the solar system would be engulfed by the star's scorching atmosphere, its layers stripped away, finally becoming part of that red inferno. The boundaries of destruction would reach as far as Saturn. Saturn, known for its magnificent rings, would find itself right at the edge or deep within the surface. Its rings of ice and rock would instantly vaporize and vanish in the face of the star's terrifying heat and radiation. The jewel of the solar system would melt away under the hot breath of this cosmic titan. Stephenson 2 to 18 would expand wide enough to swallow even Saturn's orbit. What would be left? Only the frozen worlds at the edge like Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, but for them, life would be over too. These once frozen planets would now begin to scorch at the mouth of a massive furnace. The ice on Pluto's surface would sublimate, its atmosphere boiling and burning. Our solar system would no longer be an order ticking like an elegant clock, but a chaotic hell with an insatiable monster sitting at its center. The supreme rule of the universe is absolute. The larger you are, the faster you die. While medium-sized stars like our sun live for billions of years, the lifespan of giants like Stephenson 218 is but a cosmic blink of an eye. This massive star is currently on its deathbed. It is consuming its fuel at an incredible rate, drifting toward an inevitable conclusion. That colossal red frame we see today is actually a harbinger of the coming apocalypse, an unstable, throbbing time bomb waiting to detonate. When the moment of death arrives, the process will not be slow or peaceful. Once the nuclear energy that sustained the star for millions of years is exhausted, gravity will win the war. In a fraction of a second, that massive body will collapse inward toward its core. This collapse will be so violent that the matter slamming into the iron core will create one of the most powerful shock waves the universe has ever witnessed. Crushed under its own weight, the star will take its final breath. And then, there will be light. A supernova. This explosion will be so bright that the light of this single star will outshine the combined glow of its entire galaxy. If this explosion happened anywhere near us, the concept of night would vanish from Earth. Stephenson 218 will vomit unimaginable amounts of energy and matter into the depths of space. The once serene red giant will instantly transform into the most violent firework in the cosmos. But what will remain when the dust settles? Likely the darkest and most mysterious object in existence, a black hole. The death of such a massive entity cannot end without tearing a hole in the fabric of space-time. The giant that once could hold 10 billion suns will be crushed into the size of a city, an eternal darkness from which even light cannot escape. The king of stars will die, leaving behind a haunting, consuming ghost. Yet this is not an end, but a transformation. The elements scattered into space by the explosion, iron, carbon, oxygen, will form the suns of the future, and perhaps new worlds. Even the atoms in our own bodies are the legacy of such giant stars that died billions of years ago. Stephenson 218 will vanish, but from its ashes new stars will be born. In this magnificent cycle of the universe, even the greatest destructions are merely the seeds of new beginnings.